Okay, hi. This is Tom and this is Thomas or Tommy, and we're doing a review of our new Miracle Grow AeroGarden hydroponic gardening kit. We ordered this from Costco. We paid $1.99, but there was a $30 rebate that came instantly, so it was $169. And then when we got our garden, they sent us a little note that said, sorry, we were out of the version that you ordered, which we ordered the AeroGarden LED Ultra. So they gave us the AeroGarden LED Bounty, which is a bigger model. I believe it's got more holes to grow more plants. So they sent us more pods and plant kits. So we put this thing together. We'll spare you all the detail. We opened the box. Here's the box. Here's what it looks like put together. It went together in about 5 minutes after you opened, a few packages. All you had to do was take this pole and insert it into the base, and then put the LED lights onto the top and plug in one cord in the back and one cord into the wall. Okay, so this is our AeroGarden. As I said, you just put this pole into here, plugs in real quick. There's one cord that plugs in here, one that plugs in here, and then one that will plug into the wall.
Your butt.
So this, and as you can see, the lights turned on already. This adjusts. I think you want in the beginning, maybe you put it down lower. I don't know, we're gonna find out. But I think we're gonna grow tomatoes first. So let's take a look at our tomato kit. Here's our tomatoes. Look at the box.
Yeah, I see it.
So there's our tomato kit. And inside the kit, there's a few pods. I thought there were actually 9 of the pods with the actual seeds in them, but there's 4. And then there's 5 spacers. And I think the reason they do this for tomatoes is because the tomatoes get big and you don't want to have 9 tomato plants in this little space. So let's take a look. This is what the inside looks like. So here's the cover. You take the cover off. Obviously, it's got some functionality in there and a fill line. So one of the things we learned, because we live in Vegas, there's very hard water here. So we have a water softener at our house. So we learned don't put soft water in there, and we were going to use the hose, but I think that's also soft water. So we just went to the store and we bought 3 bottles of cheap 99 cents per gallon water. Okay, so we're going to put the water into the base, I'll call it. So keep in mind, we're doing this because it's January, almost February here in Vegas, and it's too cold to be growing tomatoes outside. But too early to even start them. So, Tom, why don't you put the water into the base?
Wow.
Pick up that the gallon and pour it in there.
Oh.
See how much it takes. There you go.
I think 1 is enough.
I think you're right. Well, keep going. Put it all in. You want to fill it up to right here. See this little thing right there? It might be exactly a gallon almost.
Oops.
Whoa, what is that doing?
I don't know.
This is Tom. He's 6 years old and he's got his first loose tooth, right, bud?
Yeah.
Which one?
This one.
We got the water all filled up. We covered up where it says fill to here. You can see it. I don't know if we're supposed to cover that or just go to it, but we covered it a little bit. And as you see, it's got a little fountain going on in the middle. We'll put the lid over it, which has the spacing for the pods. Pretty easy. There's even a fill spout here. I think you use that once you have the thing, have the plants already growing and you need to fill it up. Very clear screen. Looks almost like a little mini iPad. It says, what are the different options? My power went out or start new garden. Go ahead and hit start new garden, Tom. So it says quick plant guides you through it. And hit next, and then we're gonna change the settings in order to get the right time. So what time is it right now, buddy?
I forgot.
I think it's 4:20 p.m. Does that sound right?
I think so. Actually, I think yeah.
Okay, good job. Okay, we'll spare you too many buttons. How do we get to PM? Okay.
Okay.
So what this does is this allows you to choose the type of garden that you're growing, essentially, and it'll control the pump that's inside. If you listen closely, maybe you can hear that. Sounds like a little mini fountain. I think that'll run during certain times of day. And it also control the lights, how long they go on and what time. You can select herbs or tomatoes or different varieties. And one thing they do mention is don't worry if you pick the wrong thing, because it'll still grow pretty much any plants under, most of them will work for anything. So we're going to go ahead and get started putting our tomatoes in, and maybe we'll put an herb or two in there. What do you think, bud?
Awesome.
Okay, so one thing to notice is it comes with these seed pods. This is a spacer. See the spacer? It doesn't have anything inside of it. This is a cherry tomato. So red heirloom, I guess it's cherry tomato. As you can see, the thing to notice on this is it says tall, and it sprouts in 7 to 14 days. So the talls go in the back, and in the back we mean back here by the posts, or by the light post. So you put the tall in the back, the medium on the sides, and the short in the front. Now, the tomatoes come with spacers because tomatoes get bigger, and I don't think you're supposed to plant too many tomatoes in one set. I think what we're going to try, because this kit came with both gourmet herbs and heirloom cherry tomatoes, we're going to try doing the gourmet herbs. We're going to pick an herb or two and see if we can't find a smaller one and throw it in there with it. What do you think, bud?
Cool.
What kind of herb should we grow?
Apple.
Apple? Is apple an herb or a tree?
A tree.
Go ahead and put the last two in there. That's another tall one we're putting in the back. And that's a short. So what we have now, our final is red heirloom, spacer, red heirloom, spacer, Thai basil, which is tall, red sales, which is another kind of tomato, which is medium, curly parsley, kind of like Tommy's hair, and thyme, which is short, and mint, which is medium, that we're going to put in Tommy's ice cream.
No way.
So now we got to get the computer going to have it start running, and I have a feeling we're going to have to put the plant food in next.
Are those the little ones?
Yeah, so these are the herbs. So you look to see here, the herbs, there's quite a few of these things. This one's Thai basil, mint. Maybe we'll do mint, bud.
Why?
It says medium. Mint tastes good. It's like mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Genovese basil's tall. We don't want that. Oh, here's a short one. So we'll do chives, maybe.
What did you just say?
Or parsley, chives. And as you'll see, they both come with liquid plant food. So I think you pour this into the water, and we'll figure out how to do that in just a moment as well. So we're only a few minutes into it, and I think
oh my goodness,
this thing's gonna work great.
getting higher finally.
Tom's gonna put the little domes on. These act like mini greenhouses, and they're good for when it's germinating and first starting to grow. So you just push each cap on nice and light. Don't have to smash it down, bud. There you go.
Do I have to put them on these?
No, the spacers you don't need to put them on because there's no plants in them.
Perfect.
Okay, so now we're on quick plant. So we have a combination of herbs and tomatoes, which I think we'll just go with tomatoes because that's what we care most about.
Yeah.
So we're going to click on tomatoes. To optimize tomato growth, lights will be on 1630 hours per day. Next, set light on and off time. We want it to go on at 8 a.m. and off at 12:30 a.m. How's that? You want it on during the day or at night?
At day.
Okay. That's it for setting clocks and lights. Now let's plant your garden. Just 3 easy steps. Pour the water in there. So don't use softened or well water. We had to go buy some water. Plant your pods, inserting them in the grow deck. We did that already, so we're going a little out of order, but that's okay. Nutrients. Add nutrients to water. Use amounts as instructed on the nutrient package. So it's now ready to go. We'll do the nutrients next. Okay, so here's the nutrient requirements. There's a 3-pod model, 6 to 7. We have a 9-pod model, but I think we have 7 plants in it. So I'm going to go with the 7 plant because I like to keep things cheap and use as little food as I need to, but I also don't want to underfood them. So I think I'll go with the, maybe I'll split the difference. It says at startup, 2 capfuls at startup. So it's 2 capfuls, whether it's 6 or 7 or 9. So we'll see how it goes. We'll do 2 capfuls. The 9 is different when you start getting a lot of plants growing and they're big. So it's 3 capfuls, 12 milliliters every 2 weeks thereafter. So we're going to put 2 capfuls of nutrients in the water, and we should be set to go. So here it is, folks. We'll check back in with you in a few weeks and let you know how our plants are doing. Or maybe we'll check back in a week. What do you think, bud? When do you think we'll have tomatoes to eat?
I don't know. When they're ready.
When they're ripe. Okay.